Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video and another Vlogtober. I think this is Vlogtober day 12. I'm going to show you a recipe. This is going to be an easy fall crockpot recipe, the perfect fall recipe. So we are going to make a white chicken chili. We need some chicken stock, some salsa verde, some cannellini beans or any kind of white beans that you want. The spices I'm using is smoked paprika, cumin, and oregano. We need some onions, some corn, some reduced fat cream cheese, and of course chicken. And I will let you know what I'm putting in here. I will have a recipe that I loosely base this off of down below, but I'll tell you in this video what we are going to be putting in. Oh, also some minced garlic. So I'm going to go ahead and put in probably about a tablespoon of minced garlic in my crock pot. Now, if you really want to be fancy, you could go ahead and saute up the onions and the garlic and a little bit of cooking spray or something like that, or some oil, but honestly I'm just doing dump and go because it tastes just the same to me. So we are dumping in some onions. I didn't really measure it. I'm going to do about half of this bag of corn. Comes out to about 2 cups of corn. Then we are going to add in some chicken. So I used 6 chicken thighs. So it was roughly about 20 ounces of chicken thighs, and this recipe will be 6 servings, and they are really good size servings, by the way. So I'm just kind of laying the chicken thighs on top. You can use chicken breasts. Lately, chicken thighs have been tasting better to me with my perimenopause weird food aversions. Chicken breast is one of those things that I'm struggling with. Fresh chicken breast. Now, already cooked chicken breast from freezer is okay, but fresh I am just having issues with, so I'm doing chicken thighs. Smoked paprika. Do not skip this step. Smoked paprika is so good. So we're going to do a tablespoon of smoked paprika. We're going to do 2 teaspoons of cumin and 2 teaspoons of oregano. And if you want to do salt and pepper, you can, but honestly, I did not add salt because of the chicken broth. I'm going to do 1 cup of the salsa verde. You can also use green chilies, so you can do like 8 ounces of the diced green chilies. I prefer to put the salsa verde in there. I think it has a better flavor. And then 2 cans of white beans. You can also add some black beans in here. Sometimes I do. And I did drain and rinse the beans. And then I prefer chicken stock to chicken broth. Chicken stock, you see how nice and dark that is? Chicken stock just has a little bit stronger flavor. I end up putting 3 cups of the chicken stock in there. It's a little bit more expensive, not much if you stick with like the Walmart brand. This is the Kroger brand. I just feel like chicken stock is just so much better. And then I'm going to also just add a little bit of red pepper flakes on top because you guys know I like my spice, but if you don't want any spicy, don't add the red pepper flakes. This is going to go on low for about 4 hours, and then you want to pull your chicken out, and then you're just going to shred it up. Again, like I said, you can use chicken breast. It would do the same thing with chicken breast. You would just take the chicken breast out and just kind of shred it up. And then you really want it to be nice, like bite-sized pieces. Now, if you wanted to make this even quicker, you could use already cooked rotisserie chicken and just shred that up and put that in there. You don't have to cook it as long. You can just cook your broth and your beans and corn and onions and all that, until it kind of gets a nice, good flavor. I would still simmer it for a couple of hours if you're using already cooked chicken, just to make sure you get all those flavors melted together, because I feel like that's what makes a crock pot recipe, like a stew, taste so good. It's just letting it just really cook together. So I am really crushing the heck out of these chicken thighs. I just realized as I am talking with you guys here. So yes, we want to make sure that chicken is nice and shredded up. I don't do this very well. I know, I watch videos and people just make their chicken so nice and shredded. Now here's a good tip for you guys. We're going to take that block of cream cheese. Instead of just tossing it into the crock pot like some people do, I put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. It's nice and soft. Then I'm going to take some of that hot broth that was in the soup. I'm going to take just a ladle of it, toss it into the bowl with the cream cheese. Then I'm going to mix those two together. I have so much trouble when I just throw the block of cream cheese into the crock pot with it separating, and I can never get all the cream cheese to liquefy in there. I saw this on one of the recipes, or it's on a video, I can't remember what, but I thought this was the best tip ever. So again, put that in the microwave for about 30 seconds, add about a cup of the broth to that and just mix it all up, and then add it to your crock pot, and look at that. You don't even have to wait for it to melt together. Now I know some people just throw it in there, toss the top on there, and you're good to go. Now I did cook this, I did simmer this for about, and then add the chicken back in and everything, of course. I did simmer this for about another hour and a half or so, and here is what it looked like. This is what I like to put on top. I like to do cilantro, a little bit of Colby Jack cheese that is shredded up, and then some avocado. Now you can also add in some sour cream or plain non-fat Greek yogurt. I just prefer the little bit of cheese, and I love the avocado in there. And here is what the macros are going to be. So we're looking at about 419 calories, 36 grams of protein, and 10 grams of fiber. You get a lot of fiber in this. And that is my super easy, nice and cozy white chicken chili. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.